many touchdowns do this guy got?
Looking good.
Hassan Reddick is the best linebacker.
Yep, he's a dog. He had 20 sacks. I know.
Let me look at offensive player of the year receiving. He got 16 touchdowns. He has 1,800 yards. Oh wow.
Best DB.
Why does he have so many yards? Yo! Nah, that's crazy. Ooh, they so lucky they didn't play me, bro. I put him on clounce.
79 overall.
What? I'm genuinely shocked, bro.
He did his thing, bro.
Nah, that's crazy. He has 1,800 yards and 16 touchdowns. And now I see why he offensive player of the year. Let me see something. Who's on that team? You could start it whenever you're ready, bro.
No, I'm just looking.
Okay.
Punk.
You looking at me?
No, I'm just looking at the superstars. Oh, superstars. It started. I feel like I got to go to HB.
Oh, I'm on freaking Michael's share screen.
And we'll see Michael Thomas. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader.
On his screen, he was just sitting there. That's why I thought you hadn't started it.
The Bears, and it's coming up next.
Well, okay. This is stream up too, so I'll be back when we get ready.
With the Bears becoming 10 since 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago.
All right, I'll probably be going when you get back.
The curtain falls on the regular season. We got a good one between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears.
Wait, I gotta fucking...
Nah, that's third.
Yeah, put them on.
What?
There we go. Right.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Soldier Field. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. Leading them out,
Let's
the
play
30-year
some
player
football.
from Oklahoma by way of Alabama, Jalen Hurts.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run good for 24 yards. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season.
Oh, wow. What a spin move, Juju. And then it broke it down. Whoa.
Big games along the way. He's inspired his
no, that guy's different.
to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Hurts. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation.
All right, come on, defense. Bend but don't break. Bend but don't break. Oh, we on everything. We on everything.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. Toward the pylon, caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Jacobs trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Jacobs again, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Josh Jacobs with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Now for the point after. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
On play action, Rodgers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second down, they'll run it here. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him down the line. Nothing doing on second and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on first. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On first down, Hurts. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Hurts. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 31. From the gun, it's Hurts. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. This one from 48 yards away. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
Jerick McKinnon now to return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now it's Rodgers. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. From the 35 on 2nd down, Rodgers. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's got his tight end Pitts complete. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, You've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. A quick throw, but incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1.
And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off him, and it falls incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Now this, the 2nd meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there. So they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
From the 24, Hurts. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Ross on the return. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. On play action, it's Rodgers. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 51 yards.
And the Vikings have moved out in front. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Hurts. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit. Found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Play action. Here's Hurts.
And this will be caught at the 30.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. This is the tight end, Njoku.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster.
4 yards to go on second down from the 7. Here's Hurts to throw.
And it's caught.
And the Bears are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Here's Jacobs. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. So they go with a tight end carry. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Curtis Samuel, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears are back within a score.
Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
Coup for the extra point.
And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
And the Vikings now heading on to the field.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
This one into the hands of Pitts. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Rodgers now on first down. Towards the end zone for Brown. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers as his guys are able to extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Tucker now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it's Hollywood Marquise Brown who finishes it off with the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty
Hurts fumbles it. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5. And the Vikings are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Rodgers. And he's got it. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Rodgers going to throw. Touchdown, Vikings! Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Well, the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Hurts. And that will be incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Bucs who are out in front at halftime. Tim Patrick, well over 100 yards receiving with 3 touchdown catches. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Darius Slayton, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. Jimmy Garoppolo has thrown a touchdown pass. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And our statisticians gone through a couple of pencils already. This offense is on pace for potentially 500 yards in passing. That's pretty incredible. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
And while the scoreboard. This offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen.
On first down, Rodgers.
Out to the left there and complete to Howard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year. 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this is the decade of the 2020s, so that means 17 games are what's needed to get through a perfect season. Would a win here make them an all-timer for you?
It would. It absolutely would. And I realize we're not comparing apples to apples because of the length of regular seasons. But if you think back to the 1972 Dolphins, they were 14-0 in the regular season. 3 wins made them a Super Bowl champion, so they were 17-0 total. Imagine getting through 17 now and then continuing on and winning the Super Bowl. They're an all-timer team already for me.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw, it's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers again now. And this is caught by Watkins. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a give up the middle. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will have a Vikings 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. This will be caught by Brown. Touchdown. Marquise Brown. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Tucker with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, here we sit, week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot.
This is intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a handoff running through the middle, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers now to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing is Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Hassan Reddick able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Onto the field now come the Bears. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing is Hurts. He's got Njoku over the middle. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. On 2nd and 9, Hurts. And this one too low. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Hurts. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Hurts fumbles it, and this belongs to the Vikings.
Hey, we can push ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. A good pickup there, 21 yards. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand?
He's a boy, man.
He's got to give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I want him out. They can believe him in.
That is caught inside the 5. And the Vikings are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. They'll try again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll try to run this one in. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Patrick Ricard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They click so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And they, unfortunately, are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And hitting Juju on the slant. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Throwing again on second down. Hurts. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught. Touchdown, Bears. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things, help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely wanted one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here comes Mr. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, leading out this offense. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL, except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Bruh.
Mike out there. Like that. Cut his mic off. 3 touchdowns so far.
Used to go 1,000 times. Holy shit.
And he'll push forward.
Oh my god. Yeah, I got you 20,000 times.
Third down. And he wisely will throw that one away. Here's A.J. Coleman as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So the Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Aiming for Jacobs, he's got him, reeling it in on the out route. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They go with Jacobs. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. They'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. On first down, Hurts. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now the throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. This is the tight end Njoku. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. Pass complete on the out route to Beckham. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. So the completion gets them just a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Minnesota, they finish off a perfect regular season, 17-0. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's a tough loss to take as they'll finish things off at 9-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure.